So now we're going to talk about user media. What this means? Means that we are trying to get some media from the user, and what this media can be. We can detect sounds from the user, like my voice right now. We could detect that and interact with that, and we can also get the stream from the webcam and display it on our page.
Can we do that and keep the light off at the same time?
Yeah.
You always hear about the FBI or whatever.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and to do that, we have this API called GetUserMedia. So this one works pretty similar to the geolocation API. We're gonna call a function. This is gonna prompt the user if they want to allow you to fetch this data or not. So this is really important, right? We don't want anybody to start getting our webcam video and do something with that. So we need to allow a page to get that information, and same with the microphone. And once the user allowed you to fetch their information, then you can play with the video as much as we want, and you can do whatever we want. And that's the one that we're going to play with. So let me go to the browser and let me check if this GetUserMedia API exists. So I'm trying to run that and it doesn't exist. And why is that? You know, the API is right. Why does GetUserMedia doesn't work? Because new APIs, like this is one of the APIs that are not 100% done. So this is the spec that W3C is writing. So remember like 2 years ago with CSS that you had to write CSS prefixes? So we had prefixes for Opera, for Webkit, for all those browsers. There's some stuff on JavaScript that you also need prefixes, at least for now. This is going to change in a month or 2 or 3 or whatever. So we can do that. So let me check a different object. And I know this sounds weird, but let me check the Webkit GetUserMedia. Still not working. Let me check one thing. Let's see if we can. Just a second. Yeah, for some reason, if I try to look for this function, yeah, now I have it here. Oh, sure. Yeah, so this is another one that so for all those features that we need the user to allow you to fetch that data for geolocation, the same is for the camera. So if we have a page that is running on anywhere that is not localhost, this is not going to work. So if you just go to the browser, type navigator, inspect that, we have the geolocation function over here, and we also have the GetUserMedia. And this is the one that we're going to play with. And just to make sure that this is going to work on Chrome, we're going to use Webkit, the Webkit prefix. So I'm just going to double check if this is
So are there prefixes for all the vendors? And
yeah.
you'd have to write 5 functions, each with its own prefix, or what?
No, I'm going to show how it works. Yeah. So for those APIs that are still being like, they're still trying to get on a consensus for something, and it's not unprefixed yet, there's a way that you can execute that. But like for this one, this is the API that we're going to use. Navigator.webkit GetUserMedia. And it's telling me that I have 3 arguments required, but I don't have none. So these are the 3 arguments. We have some options, and I will show the options. We have a success callback, and we have an error callback, okay? So let's start playing with this guy.
My navigator doesn't seem to support GetUserMedia.
Nope.
I'm on my local host.
You're on your local host?
Yeah.
Let me check one thing real quick.
I see geolocation. Nothing. The next one below that is hardware currency.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you why.
Okay.
Try webkit.getUserMedia. It's not gonna show on the navigator, but try this. Yeah, you can all go and like go to your console. It needs to be on a server, the page that you have right now, and try to run this.
Yeah. Gave me a function.
Yeah. Did everybody get a function? Yep. Yep. We are all on laptops, so we all have cameras. I suppose. No? No?
This rental computer doesn't have anything.
Oh, yeah. So this one you're gonna have to watch me doing it.
Yeah.
And the way I phrase that is the binary Bushido needs a blade. They've given him a stick. My nickname for him, the binary Bushido.
So run this, see if you have a function. So you all have a function. That's cool. Right? Got this? Awesome. So what are the options available? You don't know that if you need to read the documentation. So I would just go up front and write a little bit. And so how can we prevent this problem? Like we have this prefix that we need to put on the API for it to work. But at the same time, we want this code to be bulletproof. We want this code to work 1 or 2 years from now. And 1 or 2 years from now, those prefixes are gonna drop. And our code will stop working. So if we just do like this, Webkit, GetUserMedia, this is gonna work. But not on the best way possible, like it's not future proof. So what we can do is define a variable. We don't even need to define a variable. So it's just assign GetUserMedia equals navigator.getUserMedia or navigator.webkit GetUserMedia. And for the other prefixes, we can put it here if it's needed. In this example, we just need to do like this. So this is, and what this does, and you can do this with JavaScript. It's pretty weird, but it's the same as doing if navigator.getUserMedia. Like, actually it's the other. You need to say like this. If this doesn't exist, then create it, then create this, and attach this. So, what is this? This is pretty much the same code. We're just make it in one line. So If this is undefined, then it's gonna check the other line, the other statement, and okay, this works. So this is gonna assign that. So this is just a JavaScript thing.
And I was just reading about this, but JavaScript has short circuit evaluation. So when you have those double pipes, that's an OR. So if you're looking for like true or false or what, as soon as it hits a true, then it says, okay, I don't need to even go past and look at the next function. That's what's true. I'm setting the sign equal sign to what I get, which was true.
Yep.
And so if navigator.getUserMedia, the newer one's true, we use that. And if it's not true, if that's false, nothing's there, then it goes and looks at the next one. If that's true, great, we use that.
And this is a common thing if you have a constructor and you are building something and you want to just define some default values like cal.age, can be cal.age or 10. So if cal.age is undefined, it will assume that it's 10. Okay, so we got this, and now we're gonna use the function itself. So navigator.getUserMedia. So and we have like 3 things that we need to put on this, right? We have options, we have a success callback, and an error callback. We can have them all separate, as this can be one function, this can be another function, and this can be a separate object, but we're going to do all of them on the same level, on the same piece of code here. So for the options, what it does, actually let's do it separate to make it more clear what's this about. So options can be an object, and then you can define 2 things, like audio, I can say that audio is false and video is true. And then we need to define this success function and the error function. Gonna run this, check it out if it's working. Cool. Cool?
Cool.
Now, here's the first thing that's going to happen if you open this on your browser. It's going to ask you, okay, localhost wants to access and use your camera. I'm going to allow that.
Would it be possible to change that message instead of use your camera, like watch you when you're not paying attention?
No,
Something like that.
that's default.
Watch you when you're not aware of it.
And here's
Maybe
what...
we say the FBI wants to use your camera.
NSA. So this is the result. We got this media stream. So my challenge for you, so you all know how to work with the GetUserMedia now. So my challenge for you is fetch the webcam and put it on a video. So the image that I'm tracking right now, I want this to show on my page. Okay? Got it?
Yeah.